Welcome to the Sandro channel. Make sure that you subscribe.
Hey folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today I wanted to do a quick little discussion on Scoob Holiday Haunt. So do you guys remember this movie? When the first wave of the sort of choppening or the bloodbath from Warner Bros. Discovery first started after David Zaslav took over, they immediately axed Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt. Scoob Holiday Haunt was supposed to be a prequel, not a sequel, but a prequel to the movie Scoob, right? Remember that one, Scoob, where it was like, they had, Dick Dastardly as the villain, and it was supposed to be this sort of weird movie that was going to kick off like a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. That seems to be out the window at this point. I don't think they're going to be releasing any more movies. You know, they look like they were setting up to do like a Captain Caveman movie, right? They had a bunch of like references in there. Maybe they could have did a new Yogi Bear cinematic, all part of the same cinematic universe, kind of like what Marvel does with their MCU. But that, I don't know if that's ever going to be happening now. We can't even get this Scoob movie here, which could never come out. It could just never come out. I am going to talk about it though. So a new look at Scoob Holiday Haunt has been revealed. So they just showed us like, this looks like it's right from the beginning of the movie. We get a little postcard in 2D, and you literally see everybody in the comments mentioning David Zaslav and how much they hate him. But we're going to break this like little image down in a second. But I did want to say, could this movie release in the future? Right now, there's no plans to do that. But I did see a really cool article from movieweb.com. And in this article, they actually did a Scoob Holiday Haunt may never see the light of day, but it was still important for filmmakers. I believe they talked to the creator here, right? They talked the producer and co-writer Tony Cervone, who helmed the original Scoob, felt it was important to finish the film. The film is, by the way, 100% finished. Originally, it was about 95% finished. Then, like a couple weeks later, they came out and they're like, guys, it's 100% done, But Warner Bros. Seems to have written it off as a tax write-off. And it actually says right here, because Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt are being written off for tax purposes by the company, they cannot legally be released unless Warner Bros. Discovery pays that money back to the government. So that's really interesting to me, right? They can actually, apparently this movie had a budget of around $40 million to make. So if, what does a DVD go for these days? Like 20 to 30 million? Or sorry, no. No. I think a DVD goes for like 20, 30 bucks Canadian, right? Here in Canada. 20 to 30 bucks for a DVD, right? So I'm thinking, well, this would be only if it's new, right? The week it comes out or whatever. Then they usually drop down to like 10, 15, whatever. And then eventually you find them in the bargain bin years later for like 5, maybe 10 bucks at best. So yeah, that's what we have with Scoob. So 40 million it costs to make this. They would only have to sell like, I don't know, 1 to 2 million copies of a DVD. I think they absolutely should release this. I kind of want to, I do like Christmas movies. I really enjoy Christmas movies. And I do, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the original Scoob, like I thought it was very mediocre, maybe like a 5 out of 10 at best. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of it, I know you guys were, by the way. I actually held a poll. I did a community poll on this. You guys said you really enjoyed, well, not all of you. It was about like 60 to 70%. Most of you guys enjoyed Scoob, but I was one of the ones who said, no, this shit is mediocre. I did not enjoy it. And, but it doesn't matter whether you liked it or not. I think most people probably wanted to see at least one more entry in this sort of Hanna-Barbera universe here. Kind of would have been interesting to see a different movie other than Scooby-Doo again. But yeah, I would watch this. I probably would watch this, even though it is a prequel. I don't understand why they did a prequel, not a sequel. I guess it was just cheaper, right? Because they didn't have to bring back all these like big name actors like Zac Efron or whatever. They could just pay off like some children or whatever to do the voices. Because as you can see here in the picture, this actually takes place, I believe it was 10 years. Was it 10 years ago? 10 years prior to Scoob? Hold on, let's find out. Scoob Holiday Haunt is a proposed sequel to the 2020 film Scoob, that was originally scheduled for a December 2022 release, but the release date is now unknown. And again, it could just never release. If they never pay back that tax money, it'll just sit on the shelf. To celebrate Scooby-Doo's first Christmas, 10-year-old Shaggy and the gang take him to a holiday-themed resort owned by Fred's favorite uncle, Ned, when the park is beset by a ghostly haunting. The kids must solve a 40-year-old mystery to save the resort and show Scooby the true meaning of Christmas. So yeah, this is basically Scooby-Doo's first Christmas, and you do see this here, like, I'm assuming this was around the time like Shaggy got Scooby and they became friends with the whole gang here. You could even see that is the mystery machine before it had its paint coat on it, right? That's the original mystery machine, what it looked like without the flour and the green paint. Really cool. Really, really cool to see the original mystery machine. And then we do see this is a blonde-haired man. That is Ned. That is Fred's uncle Ned. There's also a woman beside Fred, so I'm assuming that's his aunt, right? The aunt and the uncle. And then we have a black couple back here who probably own the resort, right? So they all go to this resort to have Scooby-Doo's first Christmas. There ends up being a villain, and this is probably what drives them towards the criminology field, right? They want to solve mysteries. This is probably what sets their whole future in motion, which is really cool. So it's a Scooby-Doo prequel, which is really cool. I personally would have rather have seen, like, how exactly did Scooby-Doo come to talk? That's I know that he's the ancestor of, like, Alexander the Great, right? So that was the established lore that we got in Scoob. But, like, in certain iterations of Scooby-Doo, how can he talk, right? He's not always a descendant of Alexander the Great. How can this dog talk? There's theories that he was, like, a Russian experiment that got loose, right? The Russians trained him to talk, and, he got loose. But no, we're never going to get the backstory on how the hell Scooby came to talk. I always love that Russia theory, though. That always sounded so cool. It's like, yeah, he was a secret, like, it's like something out of Stranger Things, just this weird Russian experiment. I kind of want to see a movie where they explore, like, how Scooby can talk and, Scrappy too. How can Scrappy talk? How can, how Scooby has, like, other family members, like what was it? Scrappy Dumb, Scooby Dumb. I don't even remember what the hell is it. He has like a stupid cousin that's like gray. I don't even remember. Scooby Dumb, maybe that was his name. Yeah, I thought it was his name. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, let's look it up. What the heck? I'm in a good mood here. Scooby Dumb. Was that his name? Scooby Dumb. Yeah. You guys remember this guy? Like, how the hell can he talk? Look at all these cousins and things. Are these like real? Mumsy Doo, Ruby Doo. Yeah, there's way too many family members here. And it's like, how can they talk, right? Like, how are they talking? We never get an explanation. It's a cartoon universe. They just can talk. So that's that. But let's go back here to the Wikipedia page, or sorry, the Twitter here. And I just wanted to also say that we do get, this does seem to be in the beginning of the movie. It says Feliz Navidad here. And then it also says something really interesting over here. Holiday Hamlet, admit one. So my theory here is that maybe in the movie they go to a play, and this is where it all takes place. Let's go back here. So they go, Fred's favorite uncle Ned, when the park is beset by a ghostly haunting. So my thought process is maybe there's like a stage play at the resort, right? At the holiday theme resort. There's like some kind of the Hamlet play there. And then they go watch the play. And at the play, it's kind of like a Phantom of the Opera situation. We get a ghostly haunting. That's my thought of where the plot was going to go based off of this new image and those like secret little admit one tickets in the corner that most people would overlook. That's just my thought. I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. Are you guys sad this movie was canceled? Can it come back? Do you think it should come back? That's going to be my community poll for like next Tuesday. Will this movie ever be released? Will they pay the money back to the government? Will they release this thing on DVD? I don't think this thing is ever going to theaters. I don't know. Or could it go to it could go to theaters. Maybe they'll just like pay the money back. And yeah, if it goes to theaters, I mean, I'm sure, surely this thing could make like at least 50 million, right? Even if they fail, don't even market it. Just put it in theaters. Literally just put it in theaters and then make all the money back from the DVD sales. That's what I would do. I would just do that. I'd be like, hey guys, I'm the Warner Bros. CEO, David Zaslav. Go watch this film, and then go buy it on DVD, and maybe we'll make another film. just lure people in with the false hope. I don't know how they would ever do this, Warner Bros. But it is quite sad that we're not getting this, and maybe we will someday. But until that day, it's a real shame. And as for Batgirl, I couldn't give a damn. They could cancel Batgirl a million times over. I heard that movie had terrible reviews, which is why they led up to the cancellation of it, even though that movie also was very close to being done. Not 100% like this one, but it was very close to being done. So I could see, I don't think I would just go out and see a Batgirl movie. Maybe, I watched the TV show, like the first episode. I got out really quick, the Batgirl there. Or that was Batwoman, actually. What am I saying? But yeah, from my understanding, it sounded like a pretty awful movie. I just want nothing to do with the Batgirl character unless she's in a cartoon. And I'm not even a fan of the Oracle, right? When she eventually loses her legs, and the Killing Joke story there. I like Barbara, I do, but not when she's the Oracle. I like it when in some of the other cartoons, like the Batman, right? The Batman, those various cartoons there. She was. I don't think she was in the original animated series, was she? Maybe she was. I don't remember. But there was a whole bunch of different cartoons there that I think it was just called The Batman, right? The Batman, Batgirl. Yeah. Right? Yeah, she was in there. The Batman. Yeah. I like this. This is probably my favorite all-time version of Batgirl. I like it when they make her like this. Very cool character. Oh my God, Robin without his mask off. Jesus. That looks so weird. Oh my God. But yeah, I do like the character. That's that's what she looks like without the costume. I like this design for her. I don't really care much for the the Oracle. And if they ever brought back like this Batgirl, maybe they can make a movie of this one from the Batman where she's maybe a little bit more grown up, like 5 years later after the series ended. Maybe we could see like a little bit more adult Batgirl in this style, and I would actually go watch that, but I don't see it happening, and I really could not give a damn for a live-action Batgirl. I want to hear your guys' thoughts, though. Would you watch a live-action Batgirl? I'm just out. Even the most recent Batman movie that came out, I wasn't too big on it, honestly. Really didn't like what they did with the Riddler. They made him into a bit of an incel that's like in his basement instead of this. I like it more when he's more of a game show host, right? He's kind of like this wacky, confident character. He's like, Batman will never solve this riddle. I like it when he's more like that, like the kind of wacky Jim Carrey kind of version. But that's just me. I want to hear all your thoughts down below on this and Scoob Holiday Haunt. Let me know everything down below in the comment section. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro? Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Bye-bye. And have a great day.